Ella Hawke is getting married on Monday. Just not in the place she expected, nor with the flowers she'd chosen, or the food she'd planned. The 27-year-old Melbourne woman and her fiancé James Steer have been forced to start from scratch, cobbling together a backup plan within a matter of 5 days, after their dream Bali wedding was dashed by Indonesia's Mount Agung volcano. The peak in the island's east began to erupt on Saturday, spewing a thick cloud of ash into the air that grounded flights, forced the closure of Denpasar airport and the evacuation of thousands of locals. Wednesday morning we learned our flight was cancelled. So we had 3 days stressing about it, looking at every single update trying to work out if we could actually make it there or not, Hawke told Mamma Mia. All our guests were asking, what's the backup plan? But we didn't have a backup plan. We had a wet weather plan, but not a volcano plan. The couple's wedding planning process had already been a whirlwind. They'd cobbled plans for the semi-act nuptials together within 6 months, in the hope that Steer's ailing mother might be able to attend. Sadly, she passed away 8 weeks ago of a chronic lung condition. The haste meant their insurance wasn't purchased until September, 9 days after the Indonesian government issued a travel warning relating to volcano. Their policy is, therefore, mostly void, leaving them out of pocket $20,000. I think people can sympathize, especially those who've had a wedding, with what it might be like to lose all your plans. And especially given we were going to Bali to have a laid-back wedding, drama-free, and now it's ended up being the complete opposite, she said. We weren't going there to have a big lavish ceremony or anything like that. And so the pair turned to GoFundMe for help to stage a Melbourne-based backup. Friends, family and even strangers have chipped in, some $500, some $10. Yet scattered among the donations, the well wishes, the offers of venues and services, were several outraged comments from people they'd never met. Is there a need for such urgency? Ever heard of saving? You're not the only person who has had to put a wedding off because of hard times. Idiots, trying to take money from people with diseases and real issues. Selfish? Hawke was taken aback by the negative response. She said she in no way thinks the plight of the Balinese people is any less important than her scuppered ceremony. She just wanted an avenue to share her story and to create a hub for the numerous offers of help and advice she'd received. I can sort of understand where they're coming from. We have a home, we have each other, we're lucky, she said. But I feel hurt that people would say that we are just trying to get money. Because the people sending us advice through there was just as helpful as the donations. We're willing for anyone to help in any way. Speaking of wedding dilemmas, post continues below. And help they did. So far we've been able to organize a venue, a photographer, a hairdresser and a lovely lady has offered to make us a wedding cake, Hawke said. Most have offered their services free of charge, and others a half-price deal, which is amazing.